Previously on Danganronpa.
But we heard it speak in Kaito's voice earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, don't rely on that. After all, this exisal has a voice changer.
Oh boy. Watch it be, Rantaro. No, he's dead. But still. It did it. What? Oh god. I just had a horrible thought. What if it's the return of Junko Inoshima somehow? Hello, I'm Unca Crunk, and welcome back to Danganronpa, and we're about to do this, debate scrum thing. Good. This is already more entertaining.
Now, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds. All right, let's give it everything we've got.
Split opinion! Okay, which one is dead? It's Kokichi versus it's Kaito.
I suspect that Kaito is inside the exisal. I got this! Unless he comes out of the exisal, we can't confirm that.
He said that he can't leave the exisal because he's injured. Is it possible that...
Damn it!
Anyone who knows about Kaito's injury can make that claim.
Oh,
But there was an arrow
slow.
hole on Kokichi's shirt.
I want to believe Kaito is still alive and defeated the mastermind, but...
The mastermind is still alive, inside that exisal.
Why are you so opposed to Kaito being alive?
I got this! Because the evidence doesn't support the claim that Kaito is still alive.
But he said that he can't leave the exisal because he's injured.
when we aren't consistent, our position looks weak. We have to work together. In order to get to the truth, we have to accept it. Kaito is dead.
I suspect that Kaito is inside the exisal. I got this! Unless he comes out of the exisal, we can't confirm that.
But he said that he can't leave the exisal because he's injured.
Anyone who knows about Kaito's injury can make that claim.
Is it possible that Kokichi got crushed instead of Kaito?
Did you watch the footage? Kaito was the one who got crushed.
But there was an arrow hole on... I got this! Kaito's clothes had arrow holes too.
I want to believe Kaito...
The mastermind is still alive, inside that exisal.
Why are you so opposed?
I got this! Because the evidence doesn't support the claim that Kaito is still alive.
Yay, we made it! Oh wait, I have to do this.
This is our answer.
Full counter!
I don't want to believe it. In a way, I still can't. But the evidence shows that Kaito must be the one who died. I hate it. I hate it so much. But it's the truth.
I see. If that's the conclusion you've arrived at, Shuichi, then there must be no mistake.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way myself. Annoyingly.
Then the one here is...
Looks like I messed around too much.
Sorry, that was just a little joke.
You're not funny.
What a sick joke!
Well, I mean, okay, sometimes you are, but not at the moment.
You're still an asshole.
Yes, you are.
True, and I can't forgive him. But we still need to stay calm, be rational. Because we need to get to the truth of Kaito's death.
Yeah, just keep calm and carry on.
Why are you sweating?
Why are you saying that? What part of that was calm?
Getting back on topic, why don't we examine the crossbow a little more closely? I think we need to get all the facts straight, so we don't fall for any more lies.
I agree, but what do you think, Maki?
Fine.
Okay, let's discuss that then.
Why are you acting like you're in charge of things?
So if we assume that Kaito and I shot each other with the crossbow, then the most efficient way to solve this is to set up a timeline of events.
Hey, I said, why are you...
Alrighty then! Let the debate begin!
So what's this?
When the crossbow fired, what was even going on?
As if you need to ask, you were there!
The crossbow was in Kaito's possession first. He probably fired the first shot at Kokichi too.
Then Kokichi disarmed Kaito, took the crossbow, and returned fire.
I didn't take the crossbow from Kaito. I secretly brought a different one!
What?
But only one crossbow was taken. The other two are still in my research lab.
Still, only one arrow was fired.
Well, that's not true.
So how could they both shoot each other?
By the way, crossbow shots hurt a lot. My wound is still aching something fierce.
What? What was that just now? I feel like that goes against the information I have. Oh,
When
the
crossbow fired,
one arrow thing.
What was even going on?
Took
Kaito took the crossbow and returned fire. I didn't take the crossbow from Kaito. I secretly brought a different one. But only one crossbow was taken.
The other two are still in my research lab.
Okay, let's see.
Still, only one
arrow was fired.
There it is.
That's wrong!
No, that's wrong. There were 3 arrows. Bolts.
Wait, Himiko. What do you mean, one arrow?
Well, I only gave Kaito one arrow, so...
Oh, okay. I didn't see that coming. The what?
Are you positive?
Of course! There's no way I got that wrong.
Well then, that's strange, because... there were 3 arrows in the bathroom, remember?
Did Maki take another crossbow and a couple extra arrows and tried to take care of things herself?
3? I know I only gave him one. Kaito even told me to only bring him one. He said he wanted to avoid fighting.
There were 3 arrows at the scene, but Himiko said that she only brought 1. What's going on here?
Maybe Kokichi had some hidden away?
Why?
Why would Kokichi have 2 arrows when he didn't have a crossbow to fire them?
That's what I just said.
But we know for certain that 3 arrows were recovered from the scene. And all 3 arrows had blood on them.
And altogether, their clothes had 3 perforations in them. So we know for certain that they shot 3 arrows at each other.
Then where did those arrows come from? I don't think that Himiko is lying. There must be some angle to this we haven't considered yet. What is it? What could have happened? Think! I need to think! I need to drive a car through a weird Vegas-like desert and try not to hit any escorts. Oh, no, wait, I do need to hit escorts. Oh, wait, which button do I press? This one. Okay. Sherlock Holmes has his mind palace. Shuichi has a weird little convertible. How many arrows did Himiko give Kaito? Thinking time? This way? Oh, I need to keep my foot on the gas. Wait, how did I miss that? Okay, there we go. Oh, cars. Okay, were all the arrows inside the hanger from the start? I'm gonna go with no. All right, now what? Nope. Okay, who brought the 2 arrows? I'm gonna say Maki. Oh, a third party? Okay. Hey, I got her. All right. How many arrows did Himiko give Kaito? 1. Were all the arrows inside the hanger from the start? No. Who brought the 2 arrows? A third party.
Could it be that the additional arrows were brought in by a third party?
A third party? So someone besides Kokichi or Himiko?
Yes, that's what it means.
That's just a guess, though. There's no way a third party exists.
You're sounding kind of suspicious over there, Maki.
If a third party did exist, why would they bring 2 arrows?
Back up.
Kaito was the only one with a crossbow. I made sure I handed it to him.
Yeah, there's one other person in this group who knows how to assemble a crossbow and use it. Oh, okay, actually there are 2, including Shuichi.
Kaito said he only needed 1 arrow. Clearly, he didn't want to fight.
Yeah, that's right.
So the other 2 arrows weren't for Kaito. They were for the third party to use themselves.
So the third party didn't hand the arrows through the window.
They shot them through the window.
Instead, they went into the hangar and shot the crossbow themselves?
A different crossbow, yes.
Impossible. There was an alarm system and an electric barrier around the hangar.
Bathroom window.
Yeah. That hangar should have been completely closed off, right?
It was completely closed off, but can we confirm that? Feel like there might be another way, some way that we haven't figured out yet. I'm overlooking something. Think. What method did the third party use to enter the hangar? Oh, Hangman's Gambit. All right, what are we looking for? Oh, what? Exisol. Okay. Did not see that coming. Enai. There's one. An A. I don't see an A. Oh, there's one. I think this is an L. No, it's not. Oh. Yeah, I got it.
I see now.
Exisol? Really?
That's it. The exisol. The exisol could be used to enter the hangar. We couldn't get in because of the alarm system and the electric barrier. But that shouldn't have been a problem for any of the exisols, right? So if you wanted to enter the hangar, all you had to do was pilot an exisol.
I saw an exisol enter the hangar last night.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So was this third party piloting it?
By the way, I just want to confirm something with Monokuma. Would the alarm still go off if there was a person inside an exisol?
Well, I wasn't trying to keep this secret, but since it's about the details of the hangar, I guess I can tell you guys. It makes sense that the alarm system and electric barrier wouldn't react to an exisol. After all, the hangar is where the exisols are supposed to be stored. It'd be a hassle to disable the security every time an exisol comes and goes, you know? So even if someone is inside an exisol, the security system wouldn't catch them.
Well, that's something I never considered. Maki actually piloted an exisol into the hangar to try to kill Kokichi.
Because it'd be a hassle to leave the exisol every time you have to put it away.
So it's like Shuichi said? A third party got in an exisol and entered the hangar?
But can just anyone pilot an exisol?
Well, Kokichi,
It's surprisingly easy. If you use both hands, both feet, and both nipples, you can do it.
Really? What? Too bad Miyu's not alive anymore.
Nipples too!
Anyway, this third party commandeered an exisol and infiltrated the hangar. That same person must have brought the other two arrows with them.
I told you that's impossible.
Why?
There's no way you can get through security if you pilot an exisol. It's not possible.
What? Not possible.
Maki, what are you talking about? What are you thinking? What do you know? Why are you trying to hide it? Why? Why won't you tell me? Here we go.
if someone was piloting the exisol, they could have used it to enter the hangar.
That's not possible.
Is operating the exisol really that difficult?
Do we even know how to get inside an exisol? Outside the hangar, there were 4 exisols. And they were all moving, too.
I was controlling them remotely.
Electro hammers weren't an option. Yesterday, all the hammers were still recharging.
Oh, no, that's
There's no way
wrong.
to stop an exisol. So getting inside one would have been impossible.
You're right, it's impossible.
It's not impossible. There is one way to stop an exisol. I have to show them.
If someone was piloting the exisol, they could have used it to enter the hangar.
That's not possible.
Is operating...
Electro hammers weren't an option. Yesterday, all the hammers were still recharging.
That's wrong.
Wait, not all of the electro hammers were being charged. I know because I found one.
And of course, Maki would have thought ahead to to charge her hammer. She was the only one who was still motivated after our little trip through the platform section from hell.
There was a used electro hammer near Monokuma and the Exosols.
That electro hammer used by the third party?
Yep.
Maybe they used it to disable an Exosol.
Yes, I think so. When I saw them last afternoon, there were 4 Exosols. But this morning, there were only 3.
I noticed that too. Was the missing Exosol taken by this third party?
Shuichi is getting warmer. How about you say the answer right now?
What?
Who did it? Who is this third party?
Oh. The identity of the third party. The electro hammer gives us a clue. I saw 4 Exosols at the scene yesterday when I went to meet up with Kaito. This morning, when we were trying to get into the hangar, there were 3. The culprit must have used the electro hammer between yesterday afternoon and this morning. There's only one person among us that I think could do that. Now, Maki! It's you!
It's you!
Maki, you're the third party we're looking for, aren't you?
What? It's Maki?
What are you saying?
Remember what Kokichi said.
But be careful, the electro hammer runs out of battery pretty quickly. So if you use it against the Exosol, it'll run out of juice with just one shot. Got it?
The electro hammer needs to be recharged for 24 hours after it runs out of battery. That hammer was used last afternoon, so it couldn't have been used this morning.
Oh, right. When we were all gathered in the dining hall this morning.
Maki, where's your electro hammer? I don't need it. I'd rather not use a weapon I'm unfamiliar with. This is much better. A knife? Well, I suppose you know best.
Maki was the only one without an electro hammer, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
Knowing that, the electro hammer I found could only have belonged to Maki. And that leads me to the conclusion that Maki must be the third party. She also knows how to assemble the crossbow and could have returned it to her lab later.
You brought a different crossbow than the one Kaito had, right?
Maki took 2 arrows and her own crossbow from her lab, disabled the Exosol with an electro hammer, and infiltrated the hangar. Now we just have to figure out what happened after—
I'll kill your logic.
Uh-oh.
Why are you doing this?
I'm reaching out for the truth. What?
Why are you getting in my way?
Getting in your way? Maki, what are you—
Yes,
Huh?
Oh, oops, sorry.
I admit to going into the hangar with an Exosol, and then shooting the crossbow. I didn't kill anyone. I'm not the culprit!
You failed again. Oh, rebuttal showdown. Crap.
You're right. I used the electro hammer. And I used the Exosol to enter the hangar too. I also shot the crossbow there. However, I am not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
Well, what? Oh, right. It's no use. She's not listening to me at all, but I can't back down here.
You're right. I used the electro hammer. And I used the Exosol to enter the hangar too.
Damn it!
I also shot the crossbow there.
Ah!
However, I am not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
No. I'm not. I'm doing something wrong.
I used the electro hammer. And I used the exisal to enter the hangar, too. I also shot the crossbow there.
Shazbot.
However, I am not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
Why is this not... Yeah.
You're right. I used the electro hammer. And I used the exisal to enter the hangar, too. I also shot the crossbow there. However, I am not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
Shazbot. I can't get enough hits.
Right. I used the electro hammer. And I used the exisal to enter the hangar, too. I also shot the crossbow there. However, I am not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
Finally.
The crossbow is not the murder weapon? What do you mean?
The arrows left holes in her clothes. Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back. An arrow to each of those spots wouldn't result in a fatal injury.
Damn it! That's where I wanted to use poison. But the damn game changed.
I'm not the culprit.
What? There. But the way she's scrambling to defend herself.
The arrows left holes in her clothes. Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back.
What?
An arrow to each of those spots wouldn't result in a fatal injury.
There.
For your words.
Not gonna throw your words.
It wouldn't matter where the arrow hit if it were poisoned.
Poison?
I noticed something about the poison in my lab during the investigation. There was just a little less in the bottle than before. If that poison had been applied to those arrows, they would have been lethal, no matter where they connected.
Maki, do you have a rebuttal?
What's the matter? Why don't you say anything? Don't tell me. Are you really the culprit?
There's no way she is! 'Cause why would she kill Kaito?
She wasn't trying to kill Kaito. Something went wrong.
I can't understand if you don't explain anything!
Maki is still fighting.
Huh? Fighting?
Do you remember that Maki said she would do anything to defeat Kokichi? Maki is trying to kill Kokichi in this class trial. She wants to kill the mastermind, a remnant of despair.
Then when Maki said she would sacrifice anything, she meant...
Us. The sacrifice that Maki is talking about must be... Yeah, all of us.
That's it! She plans to sacrifice all of our lives in order to kill Kokichi.
Sacrifice us?
Then, by hiding the truth, Maki was trying to get us to arrive at the wrong answer. Just to kill Kokichi and the rest of us along with him?
Yep. Well,
Doesn't that mean that Maki's the culprit?
She knew what happened and tried to hide it from us.
well, I think she was trying to kill Kokichi. Something happened, and now she's using this to kill Kokichi.
But that mischievous plan was ruined, all thanks to Shuichi here. Too bad, Maki. I already predicted this would happen.
You knew all along that Maki was the culprit. That's why you've been so calm.
This isn't over.
Eh?
Maybe we do have the truth now, but this isn't over. We have a choice to make. We don't have to follow where the evidence leads.
Huh? What do you mean?
Does this mean you're gonna vote for someone else, even if it's not the truth?
Someone else? You mean vote incorrectly on purpose?
What did you say?
Kaito told me that only I would be able to grasp what lies beyond the truth. That means finding the truth is not enough. We need to grasp the hope just beyond it.
Okay, I'm a little confused here. What's your play?
So Maki, please tell us the truth. The truth that only you know.
So Kaito said that to you. Then, does that mean you guys made up before he died?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went to see him yesterday.
I see. Okay, I'll talk about it. Especially since it's my responsibility for involving everyone. Shuichi, you're so persistent. Were you always like that?
You think so? Maybe Kaito's charisma is starting to rub off on me.
That guy could be pretty stubborn.
Yeah, you could.
Then, what really happened?
Maki, please tell us.
Please.
And so, Maki began telling the truth. A truth that would leave us all in shock.
Don't just start narrating things, you're ruining the mood!
Himiko has really grown on me.
Well, I guess this turn of events isn't exactly boring either.
Huh? What? Oh, intermission.
Well now.
And then the Monokuma and Cubs Theater segment began. But with all the Mono Cubs destroyed, this segment was no longer possible. And so the curtain quickly fell. Oh, well, that's refreshing. Last trial, resume.
The flashback light became the motive. When Kokichi remembered that he was a remnant of despair, I planned to kill him. I thought that if I killed him, this game, and the battle between hope and despair, would end. I was confident in my talent as an assassin. I knew I would be able to do it.
We've tried to end this killing game before, but...
You were naive.
Huh?
That's what I thought. I knew Kokichi would take advantage of my naivete, simply because it's him.
Maki totally gets me!
That's why. I needed to settle it myself. I took the poison arrows and the crossbow, and broke into the hangar with an exisal. But when I entered the hangar, I saw something I never expected. Kaito and Kokichi were fighting each other. Kokichi was shot in the arm with a crossbow arrow, probably by Kaito when he fought back. Both of them stopped and looked at the exisal, most likely surprised by its sudden appearance. Kokichi immediately took out his remote and attempted to control the exisal I was in. I jumped out of the exisal before he could, and shot Kokichi in the back with an arrow. That should have been enough to stop him, since the arrow was coated with poison.
The Strike 9 poison, correct? But why pick that particular poison?
Even a small amount in the body will result in certain death.
Some of the poisons in my lab were far more lethal.
I wanted Kokichi to confess his true intentions before he died. And find out why he was always lying and trying to confuse us.
What do you mean?
If he was the mastermind, it would have been easier for him to hide in the shadows, right? He could have made it seem as if the late Junko was secretly behind this killing game. That way, he could reveal himself as the surprise mastermind to liven up the game. Because of his suspicious actions, anyone would already suspect him as the mastermind. Especially with that message in the courtyard. Kokichi said it was a hint, but was it necessary for him to go out of his way just for a hint?
As a remnant of despair, I imagine he wanted to feel the despair of his plan being thwarted.
That's silly.
I think that if he wanted the thrill, he would have carried out the plan carefully, So when his carefully laid out plan goes to waste, he would be in utter despair.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maki must have wanted to hear it directly from Kokichi himself.
But it was pointless. I was a fool for thinking I could have a serious talk with him.
What are you talking about? Remnants of despair? What's that? I don't understand anything you're saying. But anyway, why are you starting up the killing game when it should have ended? You already know it's all meaningless, and that I'm the mastermind. Do you love killing that much?
Shut up, you asshole! I realized it was pointless to continue the conversation, so I shot the final arrow. But then...
I knew it.
What?
Kaito protected Kokichi?
No, he protected Maki.
Why? Why would Kaito protect Kokichi?
At that moment, my mind went blank. I knew I had to do something about the poison. I rushed to Shuichi's research lab for the antidote.
So you didn't have the antidote with you at the time?
I used Strike 9 poison to torture Kokichi for info, but I planned to kill him from the start.
That's so mean!
But that was my first mistake. Because of that,
You what?
I ended up killing Kaito. When I returned with the antidote, the hangar shutter had been closed. I assumed it was Kokichi's doing, but because of that, I couldn't enter the hangar anymore.
And that's why the thingy was all scratched up, the access panel.
I needed to give Kaito the antidote somehow, so I went to the bathroom window. Kaito, can you hear me? Quick, drink this antidote! After calling out to him, I chucked the antidote through the bathroom window. Kaito noticed it and grabbed the antidote. But Kokichi stole it from him.
Well, damn it.
Sorry, but I can't die here. Since I'm the mastermind of this killing game.
Wait! There's only one antidote!
Oh, you don't have to worry about Kaito. He fulfilled his dream, right? He already went to space.
Damn it!
Stop!
Phew, I feel so much better. I guess that's a wrap. Or maybe not, because now another class trial is going to start.
Class trial?
You'll be the Blackened for this case, you know. The Blackened who killed Kaito.
I killed...
Shut it! Screw the class trials. Like hell am I gonna let you have your way?
Kaito! Why did you protect Kokichi? If you didn't help him, then...
I couldn't help it. Even if it's Kokichi, I can't have you kill anybody.
I knew it. He was protecting Maki, not Kokichi.
What?
Aw, Kaito wasn't protecting me. He was protecting Maki. The situation just got way worse, huh?
Yeah, it did.
Maki is gonna become the Blackened responsible for killing you. All because you protected me!
Don't you worry, Makiro. I'm not gonna die that easily. Just leave it to me. I'll put an end to this killing game.
Ow.
You're still full of energy, even like that. You really are not boring.
What?
I want to see what a dying Kaito can do. So, show me what you've got. I won't meddle with your plans.
What are you?
Don't mind me. Run, Maki, roll. Just hurry up and run. Run! And live. You gotta live.
But I refused to give up. I tried to enter the hangar by breaking the control panel with my knife. In the end, I couldn't.
So that's where the marks on the control panel came from, huh?
Yeah.
After that, I returned to the bathroom window once more, but I didn't see anyone. The bathroom door was closed. I called out, but neither Kaito nor Kokichi answered. I couldn't do anything anymore. All I could do was leave. That's when I made up my mind. As the Blackened who killed Kaito, I would kill Kokichi during this class trial. In exchange for all of your lives.
Girl don't play by half measures, does she?
So that's what happened.
Then Kokichi, knowing what he knew, still helped Maki cover up her crime?
Was that why you smushed Kaito in the hydraulic press?
I'm thinking that was Kaito's idea.
Kaito wanted Maki to be spotless. As his friend, I felt obliged to help him.
You have a very strange definition of the word friend.
How dare you make fun of him! You call yourself a friend? You enjoyed watching us suffer! You fucking asshole!
Ooh.
Ooh, Maki is so scary. Good thing I'm in this exisal.
No kidding, she would tear you apart. Monokuma or no Monokuma?
Pretty sure Maki would have already killed me if I was out there in the flesh.
Yep.
So, what are everyone's plans now?
Okay, Maki dies, it's pretty much just me, Himiko, and Tsumugi for restarting the human race, and yeah, I don't really, I'm not into that. Oh wait, and you. Yeah.
With the truth out in the open, who are you guys gonna vote for? You can vote for me, but if you do, we'll all die together.
You know, I did just save.
Or vote for Maki and live. Well, choose whichever you want. I don't care either way.
Why? Why are you so calm? Your life depends on this too.
Who cares? Just choose already. Come on, who are you gonna vote for?
You know, just for the fun of it, I'm going to vote for him. I don't think it matters who I vote for.
No, we can't vote yet.
What?
We don't have the whole truth. This case isn't over.
Huh?
You and me both, Kokichi.
Thank you for telling us everything, Maki. Thanks to you, I finally understand. There's another hidden truth within your testimony.
Bubba, now, what now?
A hidden truth?
Okay, Shuichi's smarter than I am. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
Yes, I'm positive. Because there's something wrong with the testimony you've given us.
What? Part of Maki's testimony that doesn't add up. Oh, crap. I don't know. Nope. Part about Kaito protecting Kokichi. You're going to doubt Kaito's actions?
Oh no!
Now. Oh my god. I'm about to fail this game. Maki becoming the Blackened. Nope. There's no doubt that Kaito died from the poison arrow I shot.
I was wrong!
So, what are you talking about? Well, yeah, I just lost. I saw him do it, there's no doubt. Okay. So it was the control panel being damaged? Oh, I'm an idiot. The alarm would have gone off. Ah. All right, skip. Well, at least I get all my hearts back.
We can't let it end here!
The flashback light became the motive.
Oh my god, I have to go through all of that.
When Kokichi...
Okay, the part of Maki's testimony that doesn't add up is the control panel being damaged.
That's it! Maki said she used a knife to try to break the control panel and enter the hangar. But that doesn't make sense, because there's an alarm system on the shutter.
Oh, yeah! The alarm should have gone off if someone got close to the shutter.
I was too focused to notice at the time. But now that you mention it, it is odd.
Maybe the sensor just missed her.
Nah, the security there isn't that sloppy. If a shady person got near the shutter, the alarm would have gone off without question.
Then why didn't the alarm go off?
Like I told you, this isn't over. There's still a hidden truth to find.
That's right, there must be some kind of reason behind all these oddities. Finding that reason will help us find the hidden truth. Okay,
I did attempt to enter the hangar. And I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife. At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
But if you had approached the shutter, the alarm would have activated with 100% certainty.
Maybe it was just broken.
Perhaps it was turned to a special setting?
Or maybe Maki is telling a lie. Did you really try to break the control panel with it?
I'm not going to tell any more lies.
seems like the alarm system itself was working properly. So what can we learn from that?
I did attempt to enter the hangar. And I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife. At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
But if you had approached the shutter,
The alarm would have activated.
with 100% certainty.
Damn it!
Maybe it was just broken.
I missed.
Or maybe Maki is telling a lie. Did you really try to break the control panel? I'm not going to tell any more lies. I did attempt to enter the hangar, and I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife. At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
But if you had approached the shutter, the alarm would have activated
With 100%.
certainty.
That's wrong!
No, that's wrong!
There is a way to disable the alarm system. An electro bomb would take it down.
But Maki only had one bomb, and she used it during the raid this morning.
Then the only other person who could have used one is Kokichi, right?
Right.
Huh? Why would I use an electro bomb?
Not sure.
I had no reason to shut off the alarm, right? I'd be at a disadvantage if I did that.
Also, you had a remote control.
I guess so. I can't come up with a reason why Kokichi would want to cut the alarm.
But we know that the alarm system was neutralized. It had to be. In that case, then...
I've got it! Disabling the alarm system wasn't the real objective.
What?
The main objective of Kokichi using an electro bomb was... there it is. Disable the press's safety function.
That's it!
So Kaito wasn't dead when he
It was
got...
to deactivate the safety function on the press.
Deactivate the safety function?
The electro bomb wouldn't have just taken down the alarm system. It also would have disabled the hydraulic press's safety function.
That's true, but why would he do that?
There's only one reason that anyone would want to do that. But if I'm right, it means that we've been thinking about this all wrong.
All wrong.
What aspect of this case runs contrary to the new evidence? Kaito's cause of death? Oh, what piece of evidence?
That's it!
Yeah?
Kaito's cause of death.
What?
If the electro bomb was used while Maki was trying to deliver the antidote, maybe Kaito didn't die by poison. It could be something else entirely.
Yes, the cause of death could now be smushing.
This is it! The hydraulic press. Kaito could have been killed by the press after all.
What? He could've?
If the safety was off, the press could have crushed Kaito while he was still alive.
Right after I threw the antidote, I tried to open the shutter. So, Kaito should have still been alive.
And if he was crushed by the hydraulic press after that, then we have our cause of death.
If that's the case, it'd mean the one who killed Kaito wasn't Maki.
It would be whoever was operating the hydraulic press. Kokichi.
I see. Very impressive. The hydraulic press could have been the cause of death. But that's just a possibility.
Okay, I know Kokichi said that he was going to help Kaito, but by becoming the Blackened, I don't see it.
What do you mean?
It's possible that I killed Kaito with the press, but there's no way to know. Kaito's death could have been either the poison arrow or the hydraulic press. Both causes are possible, but you'll never be able to determine it. No matter what.
No matter what?
Does even Monokuma not know?
That's not true. We can probably solve this mystery too. Right, Shuichi?
I mean, if Monokuma doesn't know the cause of death, then he can't fairly preside over the trial. Is it really possible to determine Kaito's actual cause of death? Don't know. I don't think it is.
I hate to admit it, but Kokichi is right. We have no way to prove the cause of death.
What did you say?
You can't check the body, and you don't have any conclusive evidence. You can't deduce any more from here on out. There's no way to know what happened. But I know, because I was actually involved.
So that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to commit an unsolvable murder.
Do you finally get it? Yep, that was my plan. The gimmick of this murder case isn't the unknown victim, but rather the unknowable culprit. No one understands but me. Only I know the answer. There's no more room for deduction here. Choose the culprit with your own intuition.
Intuition?
Are you troubled? I'm sure robots don't have intuition, right? But there's nothing you can do about it. This is just how the trial goes. So, who is the culprit? Maki or me? The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. It's voting time!
Oh, it actually is. I'm gonna choose Kokichi.
Hey, that's my line. I'm the one who decides when it's voting time.
Oh, come on. No one's gonna figure out the truth. Let's just vote already. This won't be a problem, right, Monokuma? Because you know who the culprit is, don't you? Just like you always do.
Does he?
Huh? Yes, of course.
Press X to doubt.
What kind of a reaction is that?
The culprit, you say? Yes, of course I know.
Why do you seem so flustered?
And why is the robot flustered? That's robophobic. I'm talking about Monokuma. I know.
Flustered? Me? What are you talking about?
What's going on with Monokuma right now?
Monokuma? Do you not know who the culprit is either?
Oh, what do you mean I don't know? What don't I know, huh?
You don't know, do you?
What does this mean? Why doesn't Monokuma know who the culprit is?
Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is either? If Monokuma doesn't know, what does that tell us about this case? Wait, this case?
Yes, that's it! So that's what Kokichi's real objective was.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Kokichi wasn't just trying to commit a murder that we couldn't figure out. He was trying to commit a murder that Monokuma couldn't figure out either.
Okay.
A murder Monokuma couldn't figure out?
What's the point of that? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
I still don't believe that.
But consider how many elements of this case would be cleared up. Prior to this case, Monokuma always knew the specific details of each crime, correct? That must mean that he was using some way of monitoring us.
Perhaps there are hidden cameras strategically placed to avoid our detection.
I can't say for certain, but he must be keeping watch somehow. Kokichi probably used the electro bomb to scramble whatever that was.
Oh.
The electro bomb would prevent any cameras from sending video wirelessly.
Which means it wouldn't matter where the surveillance cameras were hidden.
Like I said, what's the point? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma!
Before we determine that for sure, I want to make one thing clear. If the objective were to create a crime that would stump Monokuma, yes, the Exisouls weren't protecting Monokuma. They were.
Watching him?
That's it! They were watching Monokuma.
Watching him?
Yes. Remember what Monokuma said earlier in the investigation?
Oh, at the time the Exisouls were on autopilot and directed to only observe me.
If they were protecting him like bodyguards, they wouldn't have been facing him. They would have been scanning the area, watching us. But they weren't. That implies that they weren't watching us. They were watching him. They were trying to make sure that Monokuma wouldn't go near the crime scene.
That reminds me. Before I stole an Exisol, all 4 units were focused on Monokuma. That's why when I stole one to enter the hangar, the other 3 didn't pursue me.
So Monokuma must have been talking about Maki.
Even if it puts someone at a disadvantage, the class trial must always be fair. The person who shared that info with me didn't seem interested in sharing it with you guys. So, you share it instead. That way it'll be fair to all the participants.
She didn't want to share that information because it would have linked her to the murder. In which case, it could only be Maki.
Right.
So to summarize this discussion, Kokichi used the electro bomb in the hangar and the Exisouls to watch Monokuma, thereby creating a scenario in which Monokuma has no idea who the culprit is?
I told you there's no point! Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma!
She is so flustered and she is so wrong.
No, Kokichi might not be controlling Monokuma at all.
What?
But Kokichi's the mastermind, right? Shouldn't he be controlling Monokuma?
Kokichi might not be the mastermind. Remember that the only reason we think that is because Kokichi told us. Monokuma hasn't said a word about that. It's possible that Kokichi is just lying to us.
Hell, like he always does.
No way I lied! I'm definitely controlling Monokuma. The mastermind of the killing game is totally me. The one who pitted humanity's last survivors against each other is... all me, baby.
That's right. He's a remnant of despair. How do we forget that?
But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's the mastermind.
Well, I guess. But is that really possible?
Well, Monokuma?
I can't answer that without causing problems, because I gotta run this trial fair and square.
Even more reason to give us the answer. If you don't tell us the truth right now, you'll be an accomplice to Kokichi's lies.
Ooh.
Does that sound like a fair game? Would you say this class trial is fair?
Yeah, tell us! Is Kokichi the real mastermind or not?
No need to think about it. You're being way too forward, you know.
Aren't you normally the forward one?
Yeah, what?
I mean, I don't mind, because that's probably part of your strategy, too. But in the interest of fairness, I suppose it's time to tell the truth. Unlike the lies you love so much, the truth should be impartial to everyone.
And what is that truth?
I'm not being controlled by Kokichi, because he's not the mastermind.
I knew it.
Is that really true?
Kokichi was just messing with you. I never once said he was the mastermind.
Then it was all Kokichi's lie?
Yeah, that is what that would mean. With the key from the last motive, he was the first to learn the truth of the outside world. Based on his deductions, he fabricated a lie to make you all think he was the mastermind.
I see. Kokichi's own deductions.
Do you want to know? Then I'll tell you. I'm getting kind of bored with all the lying, so everything I say now will be the truth, okay?
His deductions got a lot of details right, though. Pretty impressive, honestly.
But what about the exosols? If Kokichi wasn't the mastermind, how'd he control them so easily?
He just used Mew's remote control, right?
Oh, that was Miyu's doing.
So the remote that Kokichi was using was made by Mew?
Oh, you didn't know?
No idea.
Mew not only invented the electro bomb and the electro hammer, she also made a remote control that can hijack any electronic device.
Dude, you're electronic.
Kokichi just slapped a receiver on each of the exosols and took them for a spin.
Hey, isn't it a bit unfair to tell them all that?
Oh, it needs a receiver. Okay.
Fairness has nothing to do with it. I offered up that info purely out of spite. Spite towards you for trying to usurp the mastermind's role and take over the game.
Well, whatever. It's way more interesting to defeat an enemy who plays dirty anyway.
What's going on? It seems like they're actually fighting.
There's no doubt about it. Kokichi isn't the mastermind.
Were we just being dragged around by Kokichi's lies the whole time?
Pretty much, yeah.
What were you trying to accomplish by pretending to be the mastermind, Kokichi?
Yeah! Now you're gonna be all quiet? This is so frustrating.
Then if he's not the mastermind, who is?
Why are you so certain there's even a mastermind to begin with?
What?
What do you mean?
Why, that's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
But I wanna know!
Yeah, me too. The real mastermind is not Kokichi. Who could it be? I was thinking it was Junko Enoshima, but that can't be it. She's dead. We've never come into contact with her. If so, who's done this? Who planned this killing game?
Anyway, this conversation has flown off the rails. Let's get things back on track. This class trial is to figure out who the culprit is, not the mastermind.
That comes later.
So, yeah, get to talking.
I agree. Before we worry about who the mastermind is or what my intent is, let's figure out the culprit!
But Monokuma doesn't know who it is. How is he supposed to confirm the results?
We don't need to worry about that. Let's just leave the decision-making to Monokuma. But you gotta run the class trial too, so no mistakes, okay?
Are you trying to get me to do something?
You've been watching us solve all these cases, but you can't be a spectator anymore. You're gonna participate in the class trial from here on out.
Why now?
So, let's resume this class trial. Monokuma, you gotta use your brain too. This will be the final class trial! Me versus Monokuma!
In the next episode, to the outro! Oh my god, this trial. Okay, so the only thing I can think of is that Kaito and Kokichi worked together to create an unsolvable murder. Kaito was dying anyway, and even without the addition of being poisoned, his time was rapidly running out. I think pulling one over on Monokuma would be sufficient to convince Kokichi to cooperate by creating a scenario where Monokuma can't fairly rule a verdict because he doesn't know who killed Kaito. Now, here's the thing. In the first game, there was an audience. It was the existence of that audience that motivated Junko to keep the game fair. In the absence of such an audience, what's to keep Monokuma from cheating? Whether he actually knows who the murderer is doesn't matter as long as he gets his execution. Speaking of Junko, I'm honestly leaning towards another alter ego version of her being the mastermind. Probably wouldn't be that hard to smuggle some code onto the colony ship. Anywho, hopefully we'll get to the end of this trial next time. In the meantime, up here is a playlist of my Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations playthrough, and down here is a video that YouTube recommends. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!